I wanted to experiment a little bit with maybe putting the skin on the avocado. So over in the tray here, I've mixed up, this is a combination of green and brown on that. It's mostly, you know, it has a good portion of green into it here on that. So the avocado skin has a dark green, maybe some purplish tint to it. But I had wondered about having that in there. As we go around here. Now that was the initial paint. Now this is just water, because it doesn't necessarily, it's not dominant dark, and it's not like a solid line. It needs to be irregular on the shape on that, but I thought that it would probably be good to have that in there initially. And some areas, like over here, I have it as darker, and now I'm coming back with just some water and spreading it along, and you'll notice that it's not super dark. It's not necessary for it to be dark in all the areas. In fact, in our photograph, there's some areas where it's quite light on that as well. And so I'm just kind of come around here. There's a little bit of a darker spot again. And just with the tip of a brush, coming around and making that skin section right on the edge, kind of like that. Said it's a little bit of an experiment. Okay, it's getting lighter now. I'm going to go ahead and bring some of the darker value in. As it goes around, it's going to thin out a little bit. And then bring it back down here again. Okay, now I'm going to go back and get some, I'm going to pull a little bit of that out. I dried off my brush, and now we're just kind of pulling some of that pigment around, kind of like that, so that some areas are a little bit darker, some areas are a little bit lighter. This is just water. Let's go get a little bit of pigment, and it can go thinner in some spots, and then it can come back and be a little bit thicker in other spots, like right like that. And we'll take this around the whole of it here. The nice thing about it is if it, I knew if I made a mistake, if I came in here and said, oh, that's terrible, what I would be doing is I'd make that up with the background. When we put the background in, I could have come and covered up that extra little bit of green. There we go. Maybe something like that. That seems to bring it out a little bit more on that, so there's a definite boundary between the skin area that we know does exist and then the fleshy part of the avocado itself. I think I'm going to do the same thing around here eventually on that. And so I think, but for today, I think that's probably good on what we're doing. So yeah, that's sweet. I like that. Have a little bit of this dark green avocado.